Soon, everyone. Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile, Fall of Oriath. Last time around, look. The night went kind of long. I don't exactly remember what happened, but we seem to be in Act 5. I went around, switched around some of my gems. So I got a red, green, blue on my gloves. And therefore I can take Tornado Shot, Brutality, Chance to Bleed, Increase Critical Strikes. Emnix, you're switching over to the Brutality stuff a little early, I think. It might not be worth it. I know, but I want to play it so bad, So we're going to give this a try. I have Veil Grace now. We switched over to Grace instead of Hatred and Herald of Ash, because with Brutality, obviously you don't have any elemental damage anymore. So Brutality, 36% more physical damage, but still no elemental damage. Chance to Bleed, 6 to 9 additional physical damage, 25% chance to cause bleed. So we're going for our, critical bleed build, slowly moving towards it, but we're not fully ready yet. Barrage is Barrage. Increased critical strike chance, faster attacks, and chance to bleed. And that's about it. I switched over to a Flame Golem just so that we can get a little bit more damage. And we're going to have to slowly, switch out our gear so that we don't have elemental damage anymore. Like, elemental damage to attacks on our quiver, on our ring, that does nothing for us now. So that probably needs to be swapped out. But yeah, so now we're in Act 5. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what's going on. Currently level excuse me, level 42. Where do we start? I mean, maybe we look at the quest, the key to freedom. You have been asked to help the rebellion and kill Justicar Cactus. Justicar Cactus. He should be located somewhere in the control blocks. Death to Purity. You have been asked to slay High Templar of Various, the source of the Templar's power. But first, you must find a way to gain access to the Templar's court. So it sounds like we do this one first, and then we do this one. So let's go into the control blocks. Like I said, we are using the Grace Aura. We're using a Flame Golem, and that's about it. Our damage is a little low, to be fair. 487 DPS. It could be better. I messed around a little bit with Blood Rage, but I can't really get it to work for me at this point in time. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait it out before it gets really effective. Right now, it's just physical damage isn't high enough for us to make use of the leech. But I'm sure it's gonna get a lot better. These guys have really cool weapons. I would just like to point that out. Like, they have some really cool stuff. These guys do a lot of damage, though. Whoa. But I'm starting to see some cool things. Like, some of these monsters. Did you see that? They have crossbows. What? That's crazy. I want a crossbow. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next step, guys. I'm ready for this ascension. Like, can we release crossbows into this game, please? Like, that would be nice. I would love that. Wait, did you guys see that? That guy. That guy was a friendly, right? Like there, Karuri Rebel. Okay, so I'm starting to understand a little. It sounds like, the Karuri are starting to rebel in Oriath, and we're still in this like prison area, so all the prisoners are rebelling. Like there's a story is starting to form in my head. I don't know if this is the true story, but like, so be it. A Regal Orb, that's nice. Unfortunately, the characters are gonna get reset really soon, so I want to try and do as much as I can. This guy throws nets, slave catcher. This is so cool. He probably maims you or something. But yeah, like I said, you know, the league will be resetting its characters sometime this week. So I don't know if I'm gonna get the chance to excuse me, make it all the way to Act 7. But we're gonna try, and I would like to make it to Act 7 because with the next character wipe, I would like to try a different character, just so I can figure out which one I like the most and what I want to play in the actual when the release comes. I'm actually hoping that they delay the release a little because I will be going on vacation, you know, on the 11th, or not on the week of the 11th. Which apparently is the week that GGG plans to, you know, deploy the full version of 3.0. I'm hoping I can catch it during release date, but you never know. So that's that. It's part of the reason why I'm just trying to get my, you know, Fall of Oriath fixed now, instead of, you know, when it actually gets released, because I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to fully play it on release. I'm not gonna be part of that, so I at least want to experience some of that hype. Experimental supplies. What is this? Miasmeter. We shall peer at these cosmetic wonderments as they wake and writhe within that deep and nameless dark. Return it. Return it to her. That's it. I'm willing to, you know, TP back right now just to return it, just to see what this is all about.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The
Miasmeter.
heart of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge.
Hey!
Farewell.
Oh, excuse me, a passive point. So I know that we're supposed to get more HP, but I can't resist the Heartseeker. All this multiplier, it's gonna be nice. But now, it's probably time to take more life, and then start taking Perfect Agony. I don't have enough life notes. I wish I could have a couple more. I know we can grab these ones, but is it worth it? These 4% ones are okay, but really, on the right side of the tree, there's just not all that much life nodes. There really aren't that many. Which is a bit of a bummer. But I'm starting to play with the idea of getting mind over matter as well. Because we're a leech character, right? If we do a lot of leech, it kind of makes sense where it's like, okay, if I leech so much, I technically double leech from both life and mana, right? Because I'm probably always low on life and always low on mana. Like at least they're not always maxed out. So it would kind of make sense, but anyways. So we just got some more crit. This cough is just, it's not going away. I'm not sick anymore, not really, but recording for a long time is still a little, it's tough, man. I've been avoiding streaming for the last couple days, and I've been trying not to say, you know, I feel obligated, but it's just I want to play, and if I'm not recording or streaming, I don't feel the motivation to play. I always get this sense of FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. Like, what if something cool happens in the game and I wasn't there to record it? So, like, because I haven't been streaming much, I haven't been recording much either, and I therefore haven't been playing much. Which is unfortunate because I wanted to get a lot further, and you know what? We're in Act 5 now, which is super exciting. Everything is new. Like, this is cool. This is cool. I would love to get Two things. One, I would love to get a little bit more leech. Three things, actually. Leech, HP. No, that's it. Leech and HP. I was gonna say maybe even regen, just because Blood Rage won't feel so dangerous anymore if you get like a decent amount of regen. Essentially, Blood Rage makes you, what was it? Take 4% of your max HP as physical damage. Now, if we can mitigate it through HP regen, through Mind Over Matter, it'll be a lot easier to use. So that's, you know, that's where my thought process is going. I don't know if it'll work out. Obviously, going towards Mind Over Matter it's a very long path. And I mean, we already have a couple nodes planned out, so like, is it worth going over there? For now, let's just take this 5% HP node. If I can get to 2k, like we're at 1500, 1550, that's not the worst. But if I can get to 2k, I'll be pretty happy. Oh, that helmet. The helmet could be good. Alright, let's take a look. Life resistance. Okay. And that one's bad. I'm actually going to swap these out. So, my cold resistance does get dropped down to 63. However, my evasion gets increased and my life gets increased too. So now we're at 1600 HP. Life is very important. Evasion, I would say, is just as important. But only until you actually max it, right? Any further than that, it's like, whatever. So, you know what? This is fine. And it might be about time for us to think about getting a cast when damage taken node, or getting a curse. One of the two. I actually really enjoy a Lyra. What the hell? This thing bounces. What? This guy's attack bounces. That seems pretty OP. Like, that guy with specters. You turn all of them into specters. It could be kind of fun. And you get GMP or something like that. Bounce everywhere. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm getting all sorts of ideas right now. And then you make it bleed or something. Now, I don't want to say that I'm trying to purposely follow the meta, but when I see like a cool buff, is it a buff? It's pretty much a buff, like Mind Over Matter. When I see it, I'm like, oh, like new things, it's nice and shiny, we have to try it. And sometimes, you know, we hit it right in the bullseye and, you know, our build ends up being successful. And in other times, we just miss completely and, you know, it becomes a bit of a wasted league for maybe 1 or 2 months. But that's what, like, that's what's fun about this game. It's when you get to experiment and try out cool things. Oh my god, what is this attack? Actually, if I Blood Rage and do this, do I get a lot of leech? What is this? Okay, I can't out-leech my Blood Rage, it seems. I just don't have enough damage. Fine. Okay, so we killed him and he opens up the gate. That's pretty straightforward. Man, more physical damage would be so good. It essentially requires us to upgrade our bow. Is that feasible? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Hard to say. But I have to point out that this is a pretty big area. Maybe it's just because it's new, but it feels like we've been at it for quite a few minutes now. It's been 15 minutes. Okay, well, what does the quest say? You have killed Justicar Cactus. Talk to Lonnie with the eyes of zeal. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I want a Stibnite flask, I think. Getting that evasion would be nice, and we can finally replace our life flask over there with another utility. And it's a surgeon flask, a perfect surgeon flask. 20% chance to gain a flask charge when you deal a critical strike. The knockback is kind of stupid, I don't need it, but that's perfectly fine. And we don't even return the Eyes of Zeal. This is interesting. So what does the quest say? Lonnie has rewarded you. You can now use Justicar Casticus Eyes of Zeal to gain access to the Templar courts, and from there, slay High Templar Avarius, the source of the Templar's power. Alright, alright. Look, this is nothing. Like, I'm already enjoying this. This is way beyond, you know, coming back to Act 1. Like, think about it. After Act 4, technically we would be doing Act 1 Cruel right now. Instead, we're doing Act 5. And this is great. Like, all these new tile sets, new story, new mobs. Like, this is cool. Oh, we get allies too. Except they're weak. Really weak. They die before I even get a chance to do anything. Now these guys are very similar to... They're strong. They're very similar to the Blackguards. I have to remember, number 4 is a Stibnite now. 100% increased evasion and a smoke cloud. Okay. What is that? Oh, it's the dogs that maim you, right? Or so Kevin says. I don't know if they actually maim you. Honestly, like when Kevin was playing, you know, through Act 4, I was just trying to like stay awake. It's gotten to a point where like the alcohol doesn't make me like feel drunk. I'm just like tired, man. It's lost its meaning. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. You know, I still enjoy a nice beer every now and then. Like, who doesn't? But all that late night, like getting drunk and stuff, it's starting to get overrated. All right. Now I'm hoping that we can somehow get a bow that has decent physical damage. Problem is, once we get a bow with decent physical damage, we have to get rid of Death's Harp. And Death's Harp is really nice because it gives us an additional arrow, which is... it's huge. It really is. The nice thing about this is Death's Harp already has a lot of physical damage. I feel like if I get that critical multiplier thingy, it would be a lot better. Like, our crit chance is pretty high now, 28.3%. Give or take every 3 shots, every 2.5 shots is a crit. No, every 3.5 shots. It's not bad. Alright. Let's switch out this flask. Go for a double hollow life flask. And let's keep going. But you can kind of tell, like, our damage is starting to... It's starting to taper off. We're starting to reach that ceiling. And those are the times where you need to be a little worried. And in Cruel, it was like this too, right? In Cruel, you start hitting like the caps of your damage, and you really have to just really start thinking about, you know, the next upgrade. What's the next move? You gotta start planning. And probably we have to do that as well. It might be time to switch out the Death's Harp. It's hard to find a replacement, and you know, like, to be honest, Death's Harp is really good for us. If I could get Death's Opus, that'd be even better. Like, that should be my next step, because Death's Harp gives us a crazy amount of critical strike multiplier, which is perfect for our build. Like, the more I think about it, the less reason I see for us trying to get rid of it. My best bet is trying to get my hands on a Death's Opus, but I know that's borderline impossible because it's so expensive. I mean, I'll give it a try. How much is it right now? PoE.trade. In beta standard, that's Opus is not available. That's how cheap it is. It's not even around. That's a problem. So we have to stick with... If that's the case... if we have to stick with Death's Harp, I definitely need that keystone that gives us the ability to apply critical multiplier to our bleed. Because look, we have 332% critical strike multiplier. 75% of that is like, what? 250% critical multiplier onto bleed. That's a huge amount. We should not be foregoing that node. It's gonna be a big buff, I feel. So with all that said and done, I mean, I still need damage. Like, the bleed damage does nothing for my leech. It still doesn't increase our physical damage. Where's the physical damage gonna come from? Well, I'm starting to think the answer is in... It's not support gems, because we are already 4-slotted. So either the weapon, which we decided to stick with, or the rings and amulets, which is probably what we're gonna stick with. Upgrade our quiver, upgrade our rings, upgrade our amulets, get some physical damage. And I mean, I might be like totally off the mark here, and it's possible. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. We're just kind of winging it. You know, no theory craft was done here. I mean, there was theory, but there were like theory craft assumes that, you know, you thought about the theory, and then, you know, you did some numbers, you crunched the numbers, there's some, you know, back of the napkin math, and then you concluded that, yeah, this build will work as long as I get, you know, these items and these nodes and these sockets and gem slots. I did none of that. I'm like, oh, I want tornado shot. I want a crit. That'd be cool. I want, ooh, bleed. Bleed sounds fun. Like, that's what I did, right? And I'm like, what do I want to play in Oriath or in 3.0? And I'm like, I kind of want to just play a bleed build. Like, I hope it's still good. And I'm like, okay, there you go. So, not exactly fully planned out. I'm hoping that doesn't bite us in the ass. 9 times out of 10 it does bite you in the ass if you don't fully plan it out, but that's what this beta is. We're learning by doing, right? So there are some really cool mobs though, I have to say. Like this guy, he just teleports behind you. That's like, it's like backstab. Like, isn't that cool? This guy uses backstab. Alright, let's see. Keep going. And I'm not going to make too long of an episode today. Probably Monday night we're going to start streaming once again. You know, I'm starting to feel a lot better. As long as I can hit the waypoint, I will be happy. Templar of the Courts. Alright. Now there is a waypoint here. And here's the waypoint. How long have we been recording for? 25 minutes. Maybe we can play for just a bit longer. Let's go for a bit longer. Let's try to maybe kill the boss. It's weird because I don't know like where I'm going. And this is such a weird feeling. Like I haven't done this in so long. I'm like, where do I go? Like, what do these guys do? How do we fight them? It just, everything is so foreign to me. I'm getting like this change is, like change is good. But right now, I'm just like very uncomfortable because there's just all this new stuff. I'm like super excited, but I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what I'm doing. Chance to bleed. Okay, we can do this. My damage, though, it's leaving much to be desired. I can tell you that much. It cannot level. I think there's a new delay before you can like actually level a gem or something. There must be. Like maybe it's slower? I don't know. Whoa! What is that? A storm call. Okay. Who's casting it? Who's casting storm call? Holy crap! It does a lot of damage. Okay, it's not the Justicar. Oh, it's this guy. Adjudicator. Oh my god. These stalkers look so cool. I want that move. Whatever it is, I want it. Is it like a Flicker Strike MTX? That's what it seems like, but he just pops up behind you all the time. Does he do like bonus damage from backstab? Because that'd be cool. You can make like a super roguey build. Like an assassin. Oh, that is dope. Alright. I wish I put... I mean, if I have... Do I have extra chromes? 4 chromes. I would love to have green, green, red, red. And drop crit. Is that so hard? Fuck. Fuck! Green, green, red, red. Man, I don't have many slots. Does this guy have any chromes he can sell me? Because that would be nice. Kira,
Yes.
save me from this hell that I'm trapped in. Save me! Give me a chrome recipe.
May fear guide you.
How is this so hard? Did they nerf it? I don't think so. I can't imagine they did. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, here's one. Okay, I need green, green, red, red, because I would love to have, yes, chance to bleed, brutality, tornado shot, and then faster attacks, because that slow attack feels really bad.
Happy to share my
Wait a second.
wisdom with you, Exile.
You mean to tell me I had this in my inventory the whole time? And I just...
Ask away.
Guys, it's early in the morning, okay? It's 9 a.m. Okay, I woke up at 6 a.m. today because I couldn't sleep. It's just... these things happen, okay? Oh my god. We good now. We good. Alright, let's get back to, you know, what's important. Which is, you know, slaying foes. Slaying dudes. Just slaying. Okay, so now we attack a little bit faster. And to be honest, it actually feels like a lot faster because previously the low attack speed was really getting to me. So now we have 560 DPS. That's a lot better. Oh, okay. I like this more. I like this a lot more. Ow, we still take so much damage though. Gotta trust in the evasion. Alright. Like, this is fun and all, but I'm ready to move on to the next area. Would you kindly? Oh, would you kindly bring me to the next area? Kill the next boss? That would be great. Alright. Unfortunately, losing out on the increased critical support means our crit chance for tornado shot is probably a lot worse. Yeah, it went down from... Wow, that's a lot. From 28.3 to 18.75. That's huge. Okay. Sunbeard, what a name. I'm not leeching enough, man. I'm just not. How much do I leech? Life leech from attacks, 2%. But 2% of what? It's really low. 2% of 345? No, 2% of like 64 to 158 physical damage, or in this case 153 to 373 physical damage. It's very low, I have to say. But I know that number will get, you know, exponentially greater. So, I mean, well, not exponentially actually, but the number will get better. Just gotta be patient. Trust the process. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Look, I'm starting to get used to this. I really am. And, I mean, our damage isn't great. But right now, it's enough that we can, like, put up with it. Okay, more HP? So we're at 1600. Man, I would love to get Perfect Agony. I think we should start, you know, pathing towards it. And once we get that, maybe we can pick up, you know, these 5%. 4, 4, 6, that's 14% HP. Not the greatest. We have a couple 4% over here. We have a couple 3% here, which is really bad. I guess if you get all three, it's 4% each, but just the life nodes on here, like on the right side, is just really unsatisfying. Like, what other life nodes are there? There's this, but we have to cross all the way over here to get it. I mean, they're worth a lot. 3 nodes is 20%, but you have to spend 3 nodes to just get there in the first place. And I have no reason to believe that I want to come over here. Unless I want to pick up bloodletting and hematoph. I don't know. This is a really good node, though. And bloodletting's pretty good, too. But if I want to get mind over matter, I need to save those nodes. Maybe I'll just take dirty techniques and be happy about it. We're gonna have to see. This is where, you know, a little bit of that theory craft is gonna need to come into play. Okay, where are we at? Probably we go this way? Okay. Oh, they use the EK Nova as well, like those stalkers. That's pretty interesting. Okay, this is where the potential for a one-shot exists. Getting surrounded like this is probably where I pop Veil Grace, right? Just in case things get a little too dicey. Alright. Alright, I think we got him. Good. Man, the damage though, it leaves so much to be desired. I feel like it could be good once we get a little bit more. It shouldn't be hard to scale. But right now, it's just not too good. Every little bit of physical damage is gonna mean a lot though. Unfortunately, it's not there just yet. Oh, there's the exit. That's good. Wouldn't the boss be there too? No. Chamber of Innocence. What? Is this a boss room? Sure feels like it. Okay, well, there's a waypoint here. Who is in the Chamber of Innocence? So he is here. This is probably where we're gonna cut it. Yeah, I thought that maybe this is just like a straight boss room, but it isn't. And if that's the case, I think we're gonna cut this as an episode right here. And then try and kill the Templar next episode. I wonder if he's the act boss. He might be. This looks like it might be the end of the act. It would be an interesting conclusion because you would, you know, complete the Templar core, or like you kill the High Templar and they lose all their powers, and then we come back to Oriath. I think that's how it works. But that's pretty much the end of the episode right here. We're also going to have to think about how to increase our damage. It shouldn't be too hard, but there are a lot of ways to do it. We're going to think about a lot of things. Survivability, damage, it's always there. You need to keep a nice balance. I like this build so far. Obviously, once you get to this area, it's like going through Cruel, right? You hit a bit of a bump. There's a little wall that you have to try and get through. And then once you get into Merciless, or I'm assuming Act 8 or 9, things get a little bit smoother once you get to that level 68 level where, you know, you get nicer items. But that's the end of this episode right here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Soon.